What is a microbe?
I have no idea.
Microbe is a type of telescope.
A type of
Scientific instrument.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Like with a laser.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
A what?
A microbe.
So like a cell?
A microbe is something really small and microscopic that can, well, cause diseases.
Yeah. Okay. And
What's a what?
a microbe.
A microbe? I don't know.
Okay. How do you protect yourself against bacterial diseases?
Cleanliness, especially with food, and I guess every day, washing your hands, that kind of thing.
How is it like the sun? That's what I was just thinking. Maybe I guess if it would be the sun, sunblock or sun lotion.
Or an umbrella.
You can protect yourself by cleaning a lot.
Well, I wash my hands every day, and I take vitamins.
Okay.
Washing hands. I drink kombucha. It helps out.
Sanitize.
Yeah.
Every day.
Foam.
Okay. How do you think bacterial diseases are contracted?
Like, I guess the same way that you would prevent them. I guess, just through not, using correct sanitation.
Through germs and like
Coughing and
sneezing, touching doorknobs, toilets.
I think if your immune system is weak, you can get them by touching a doorknob or touching any place that has a large germ content.
Bodily fluids and like stuff like if somebody sneezes and they touch like a doorknob. How are you?
Not keeping clean, putting yourself in places where there's a lot of like humidity, places where microbes can grow.
Sexual intercourse.
In terms of protection, what would you do if you found out that your roommate had a MRSA infection?
A MRSA? Can you tell me what that is? Or no?
It's a bacteria that's resistant to a lot of antibiotics.
Oh. Leave? What would I do? Jeez. I'd definitely get myself checked out first and request that he stay away.
Leave the room. I go home for the weekend. Burn it down. Go to the doctor.
Just Lysol spray everywhere.
A MRSA infection? I live in Lowell, so I'd be pretty freaked out if I had a roommate in the first place. Otherwise, I would kind of try and stay away from it.
A what?
A MRSA infection.
I probably would stay away from the room as much as possible. I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
Kind of MRSA infection, that sounds nasty.
I know.
Probably tell him to go home.
What's a MRSA infection?
That's probably something like silly, like this is your venus. A MRSA infection, I would go and snuggle in their bed with them.
I'd stay away from them.
Okay.
So how prevalent is bacteria in everyday lives, right?
Yes.
So most people don't know, well, most common people don't realize that our human bodies carry thousands and hundreds of thousands of different species of bacteria as part of the normal way we protect ourselves from the outside influence of microbes. So, I think just in your mouth alone you can count probably thousands of different species of bacteria that live there, with the purpose of not just keeping out the bad guys, but also providing us with some benefit as well, like some nutrients. Some of them make vitamins. For the most part, people think of bacteria as being bad guys, right? So, how prevalent is it every day? I would say extremely, prevalent in the fact that, it's living on us and living with us sort of in a mutual relationship to help us. Some common misconceptions about that, I think, is that all the bacteria can cause, severe debilitating diseases.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's a common thing. People are worried about bacteria as, infectious disease and how it can cause death and sickness. And I think for the most part, many bacterial diseases are very treatable, aren't even really that debilitating depending on the bacteria.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people also don't realize that there's vaccines out there for bacterial diseases as well, as opposed to just viral diseases. So I think a lot of people associate vaccination with viral infections, where there are several types of bacterial infections that have been quelled completely because of vaccines. Some of the ways that you can get infections is by killing off a lot of this good bacteria.
Okay.
Right? So, for example, if you're taking antibiotics as part of a treatment for something, a lot of times you can come down with secondary opportunistic diseases as that's part of your normal flora.
Okay.
Usually, again, they're not debilitating diseases or, things that can't be cured. I would say people that think that, keeping their kids away from everything, like trying to isolate them so they're not, getting infected, that's probably not such a good idea because you're not building that immunity against things in the environment. Typically, bacterial diseases are contracted through, usually it's a respiratory portal of entry. You inhale some contaminated droplets from somewhere, or you touch a contaminated doorknob or handle or something and scratch your eyes or scratch your nose, and it kind of gets into your mucous membrane. The other big way is sexually transmitted diseases. I think for the most part it's good to be informed about the symptoms. Specifically, I think when you're talking about sexually transmitted infections, being informed about what to look for under a circumstance like that is important so that you can prevent the passage on to other people. And I think, some of those diseases go overlooked and very underreported, I think, which is why we have, a rise in this thing, that kind of thing, even though people are so knowledgeable about preventing it. Possible foodborne illness, it's important to be informed in the sense that,